Mother's Day to everyone in the Traffic Keys community, to you and your moms, and all of the women who serve as mothers in your life. I've got a real question for you today. What's it like to be your customer? Have you ever actually considered not what you want it to be like or what you think it's like, but put yourself in their shoes and really consider it? I'm Atiba, and welcome to Traffic Keys. Today, that's what we're going to be discussing for just a little while. It's Sunday, and on Sundays, we talk about your customers and their buyer's journey, the journey that they go through with you in becoming not just your customer, but also your raving fan. And today, I've got this very, very simple question for you. I really want you to stop being you for a little while. Stop considering what you think is happening, what you want to be happening, and really put yourself in the shoes of your customer. See your business for the first time. And the way you do that is consider some of the things that they have said. There may be even some things that they have said that you thought were outlandish or crazy because, like, how did you come up with that idea from looking at my website? Right? Or why did you think that? Or it may be, oh, wow, you really got it. What is it like being your customer? You see, in order for us to master this buyer's journey, we must stop being ourselves the marketer, the business owner, the person who cares about the cash register ringing. And we must almost come out of ourselves and get into and sit in the seat of our customer to be able to see ourselves sometimes for the first time. Sometimes without the rosy colored glasses of what we think it should be. And then we start to realize some of the assumptions that we make, some of the insider language that we use, some of the things that just aren't quite as clear. And as I said before, and the thing that I really want you to hear is it's very easy to focus on the customers who say, oh, yeah, and get it right or totally understand. But let me ask you, when was the last time you really considered, I wonder why this customer said that, or why these customers have said that, or why they had this level of confusion. And I'll tell you, it's not an easy process. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I've recently, and I'm currently going through that with one of my brands. And I've been thinking, why in the world are they reacting this way? And it wasn't making sense to me until I actually, which is hysterical, I actually saw this particular website on a mobile device, and then it clicked why they were reacting that way. And guys, that's what we have to do. We've got to be able to see things through a fresh lens, and maybe it is that it's time for you to, in order to do this exercise, ask someone else for help. Okay, ask a friend who doesn't know your company really well, who doesn't know your website and your product really well, and just ask them to take a look and give honest feedback about what they see. Not that, oh my gosh, this is so great. That crappy feedback that sometimes people give where they want to just tell you that you're great and you're rosy. That's not what you're looking for. You're not looking for that. Don't go after that person who's just going to tell you that things are wonderful. Your mom is going to do that very often for you. And there's nothing wrong with mom, especially on Mother's Day. We love that about mom. But right now, you're looking for that friend or that person who is going to look at whatever you're doing with that critical eye and say, yeah, this doesn't make sense, or no, that doesn't make sense. And hear them. Hear them. Don't just turn it off or ignore it or excuse it or think, oh, they're crazy or whatever you may think about them. Hear them for a little while. And then try to turn your own brain off and look at yourself, look at your company, look at your website, look at your marketing, look at your Facebook page, look at your Instagram, look at all of your content through fresh eyes. Not the eyes of the one who created it, not the eyes of the ones who knows it well. And just imagine you knew nothing and look at it. This is very, very key, guys. And I hope that you can learn to do this exercise because even me, like I said, I just realized this about one of my brands because I wasn't making that connection either, that people were having a struggle and weren't understanding what I was trying to communicate. It happens to the best of us, it happens to all of us. So if it's happening to you, it's not a bad thing. What is a bad thing is if you ignore it or if you try to just say, I don't have to worry about that because you do. We're in the business of communicating. I don't care what your business is. At the core of it all, if your business cannot communicate effectively, you will suffer. So you have to be able to communicate effectively to your customers. And one of the ways to do that is to be able to be this critical about your brand, about your communication, and about yourself, even, and really hear and see how it is others view you. All right, guys. So that I know isn't a deep dive into a buyer's journey topic, but it is one of those precursor things that must be done before you really start to look at your buyer's journey and understand it. You've got to know how people view you and why. Okay. So if you love this content, do me a favor. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, hit the like, hit the hearts. I am on Facebook at facebook.com/traffickeys. That's the page, or you can find our group if you want to do ask a question. The group is also called Traffic Keys, but it's a Traffic Keys discussion group. And on YouTube, we are Traffic Keys on YouTube as well. So guys, again, happy Mother's Day to everyone in our community and beyond. You know, it's really special that I mean, what mothers have been for us over the last year and a half in the midst of this pandemic globally. You know, we've all had to rely on our moms more. And if you didn't have your mom because she has gone on to heaven or whatever the situation may be, I'm sure that there are other female figures in your life who have really been instrumental in the last 18 months or so since we've been dealing with this pandemic. And so I hope that you had a chance to celebrate them today. Anyway, as I said, this is Atiba. I will see you guys tomorrow.